For the first block day trip, we went into the city. During this trip, we went to the Canterbury Museum, the Margaret Mayhew Playground, New Regent Street, the Botanical Gardens, and we went on the train ride. When we ventured into this museum, we were looking at pioneer sections down New Regent Street. We took a ton of photos about street art. When we arrived at the park, we were told to discuss and make conversations with.
Oh, that OW shout. Oh, sorry lads. Need to whip on my glasses. Can't screw it up while I speech. Probably do some work. Okay, here we go. For the 9ESC Term 2 Block Day, the students of 9D and 9J set out to make a movie based on the short stories that we had previously written. This was to be filmed in the school or the immediate area surrounding it. The idea was to make it as visually appealing as possible on a very small budget. There was an extremely good acting, but on the other hand, there was not so many good actors. This provided for an action-packed day full of laughter and fun.
ESC Block Day, we went on a tour of the Chinese Buddhist temple, Fo Guangshan. This was an awe-inspiring experience as we got to see some amazing paintings and got to learn the culture of the Buddhist people. Later on in the day, we went to the Islamic mosque, Masjid al-Nur. This too was an amazing place to visit as we got educated on the significance of this culture and what it means to Islamic people. We were also told the similarities between Christianity and Islam, and that in actual fact, it isn't very different.
On the 27th of November, 9ESC competed in an amazing race around the central city of Christchurch. The groups were given tasks that ranged from finding certain features to calculating the height of a certain building. Some of the tasks we were required to do was walk really deep into the botanic gardens forest. The race was widespread. It ranged from the Cathedral Square all the way to the centre of the Botanic Gardens. The groups were set 11 tasks that were set off all corners of the boundaries. I certainly think that everyone enjoyed that day because I most definitely did.
This year we did mapping. Our task was to create a map of Indonesia and important places to us using the tool Google Maps. We also learned how to use topographical maps and read contour lines.
Throughout the year, on a Monday after our Kahoots, we did an Astal. These Astal's topics range from chocolates to icebergs melting.
Throughout the year we had tasks based on graphing. During the year, the graphs we had to use were climate graphs, bar graphs, line graphs and dot graphs.
This year, 9ESC studied the movie and comic book V for Vendetta. Our tasks were to find the message and themes the author was trying to show but not tell. In term 1, we started getting into poetry. We learned about different types of poetry devices that can be used.
This year, we did some fun essays. These range from V for Vendetta movie studies to Tomorrow When the War Began novel studies. We learned how to do test-fit introductions, Texas paragraphs, and cast conclusions.
Throughout the year, 9ESC competed in small groups of 4 on Kahoots every Monday. These Kahoots were testing our knowledge on current events, and the questions were ranged in different subjects.
For normal studies, we studied Tomorrow When the War Began. We also had a worksheet we had to complete. Studies. For normal studies this year, we